Hello everybody, I'm Tom and you are watching me play Destiny 2. So today we're going to continue the story. I was about to say the last week of the story, but I don't think it is. I think there's like at least one or two after this. Eris,
It
okay.
is good to see you. I was taking a moment to prepare for the ritual. There is suffering in anticipation, but strength in its acknowledgement. And, if I am to be honest, something more. Guardian, a moment of peace awaits in the midst of the frenzy. A moment born of ugliness and violence truly earned. It is justice. So I will step again into the ritual space and be consumed by the profane chitin. When you tithe to me, I will feel the rank blood of your offerings flow down my throat. And as the vile power fills me to bursting, my thoughts will be only of the Hive Sisters, Savathun, Xivu Arath, of my plans for them. It is then I find that sweet moment, and deep beneath my hideous mask, I smile.
Interesting. Doing a third achievement here, so for me this is Arc, I think. Do I grab all these? I guess I will, they're cheap. And I might accidentally do one without thinking about it. Not in this room? I'm currently looking for the little arc platforms, by the way. I wonder if it must be in the last room, I think. Yep, they are indeed. I think we just murder everything is probably the smart option. Oh, 5, right there. Easy enough. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Dead. Invoke Hive Magic. Speak with Eris in the Anthenium. Beautiful. Oh, there she is. Hello.
I gotta admit, kid, you're stacking some legit tithes. You got a real flair for brutality.
Sword logic is an ironically blunt tool, easily wielded by even the dullest mind. Though I must admit, to be guided by such simple-mindedness is liberating.
And what's your grand purpose? Peace and unity?
Vengeance. Against the Hive.
Hey, I don't blame you. Being Savathun's ghost is no treat. I'm not looking forward to bringing her back.
Not least because her absence made you de facto general of the Lucent Brood.
Leadership suits me.
For now, your time of self-glorification has nearly passed.
That's rich coming from a wannabe hive god. Even with the Guardian's help, you're still coming up short. You're not even close to Xivu's strength yet. And you look like a screep ready to pop.
Fear not, you osseous little toad. The path to victory lies close at hand. Even if you lack the eyes to see it.
Interesting. And finally, we have radio message.
This has to stop. Throwing yourself into danger is not going to solve our problem. We have to step back and find another way.
You would put me in the library, and I would be so glad of it that I would never set foot outside its walls. But only I can stop Xivu Arath, and nothing is won by my complacency.
Eris, this is too much for you.
I am not so frail, Ikora.
I have never thought that.
Then do not treat me as such. You know that I am capable. And now you know of what. Ikora, I have always had your trust. And you have never needed my forgiveness. Now please, I ask for your support.
Do you know what I see? A friend who takes risks because she doesn't want anyone else to. A friend who is too afraid to look away from disaster and thinks destroying herself is the only way to stop it.
I held back when Savathun took the light. I allowed others to go in my stead and take the revenge I am owed. But I made a promise to myself. I would be her ruin. We both value action in times of loss. Let me act. Let me be who I am.
I don't want you lost to this.
Then help me finish it.
Good lines in there. Taking action when you have loss is interesting too, because in Forsaken, Ikora is the one who's like really pushing you to go kill Aldrin when he kills Cade. And Zavala's like, no, we're Guardians. We need to think of logically and think of the bigger picture. We need to protect our people. We can't go on a revenge spree. But Ikora's like, nah, fuck that. Go kill him. We need to send every Guardian. So it's interesting now when Ikora, who is so relatively, compared to Zavala at very least, prone to revenge, it's interesting her now trying to pull Eris back away from it. And Eris is in the true embodiment of revenge when she takes on that hive god form. Hi, Imaru.
I'm gonna give it to you straight, Sunbeam. I've run the numbers, and your gal Eris doesn't have what it takes. She talks a good game, but she's nowhere near strong enough to deal with Xivu. This whole idea was a long shot from the start, and you Guardians came up short. So listen, I don't plan on getting crushed by Xivu, or you, or anybody else for that matter. I'll stick around, but if things get hairy, I'm out of here. Savathun can stay dead for all I care. Doesn't make any difference to me. Maybe I can do the Finch thing. Be a free agent. Ah, don't look so surprised. Sure, your ghost would never abandon you, but there's one important difference between him and me. He's an idiot. Sorry to rain on your parade, but there's no way this ends in anything but a bloodbath. And I don't plan on getting caught in it.
I do wonder whether they're going to give Imaru a kind of redemption arc, just by the way he's talking. Like, he's just saying from the start, he's like, look, I'm out of here. Shit hits the fan, I'm running. Which, I feel like they wouldn't bother telling you that unless he, like, doesn't. You know what I mean? There might be, like, some kind of heroic turnaround for him. It'll be interesting to see how and where it kind of puts Imaru. It's also, I say this every time I hear him, I swear every time they're adding new voice lines for him, he's more and more getting a New York accent, like a Bronx accent. It's noticeable compared to the first time you hear him. Like, if you hear him in the cutscenes now, as opposed to, like, if you do, like, a patrol on on the throne world, where he sounds completely different. Like, it's obviously the same voice actor, but he's kind of evolved into his role, I suppose. Week 6 complete. Big commands and so whether it's fire, win rounds and trials, heavy ammo and ritual. Okay. Well, cool. That's it for this week's story by the look of it. Let me just double check. I didn't actually read this. Eris normal contact. Indeed it is. That's the end of this week's story. I have another card to unlock. That's all fine. But that's going to be it for this episode. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Rune sketching. I looked at this at the start of the season. See you next time, guys. Apparently I floss on my warlock. Who knew?